Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
It's Thursday. We will be have thoughts on words. Words, and then I am into texture, aka surface delineation shirt, which I thought was perfect for the whole word thing. And I'm into color theory.
No.
Facts.
Thank you. I marked out theory and put in facts.
Yeah, you did.
So this is BS. I'm doing literal application of color, so that is a fact, not a
theory
or a fancy or a whatever.
Well,
I'm just not.
I haven't posted over Makers either. I was chit-chatting with the baby, and then I was like, oh, it's 3. Because it's her birthday today. And they had a glow party, which she is thoroughly convinced that they were doing that just for her.
Yeah. Okay, so they were all supposed to wear black.
No, they were all supposed to wear
white.
And she wore black because she wanted to sneak up on people. That's my baby. Anyway, this is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together
we are PMisms Studio.
I don't know about that. Anyway, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, we do not know that you were here. We like to know that you were here because we are an arty-friendly bunch of folks, and that's how we can tell that you were here. If you're watching in replay, no worries. Just let us know down below in the comment section that you're here watching the replay, and if you have any questions, thoughts, answers, we love those too. We really do. I appreciate them very much. It always makes us a smarter, more educated, duo here that we can pass that along to everyone. So I do appreciate that. Thumbsy upsies either way. That means that little like it, boop. You hit that thing down there and then you like this. And then if you're feeling real friendly and want to share.
Frisky.
Yeah, frisky. Feeling frisky, then share it. You can do that over on any other social media areas or just email or whatever, text message, however you want to do that. What's this? Wonderful. I don't know if we got any of that, but something about chickens hatching, and they've got the same birthday as her, and she named one of them Roebucks because she wants Roebucks. Roe.
She looks so beautiful in her turquoise.
Her and her daddy going to the pool. It's hot outside.
Hotter than blazes. Bet y'all thought I was going to say hell.
It's my birthday. Would they know? Everybody's pretty aware of your birthday situation. See, happy birthday, Izzy. Oh, and I got to show you the post that I put on Facebook, and you can see everybody said.
I got my swimsuit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bikini.
Yeah, she got bikinis.
I have 4.
Yeah, okay. Can you bye. I love you. Have fun.
Hey, don't forget your towel, sweetheart.
Hey, and have Daddy take a picture of you drinking your unicorn drink. Okay. So, there we go. There's all that. Let's say hello to folks.
Put your hair back so it doesn't get in your mouth when you're swimming.
I would just like to have her hair like constantly up and away and up and away.
That's not how she sees it.
No, it isn't. Okay, I don't know what's that. There we go. I don't know.
All right, I don't have chat.
It's okay. I'm gonna say hello to
I
everybody.
don't even have light.
All right, we've got Chris.
Look, everything looks pretty good, right?
It does. I need to turn on.
I haven't even turned on my light over here.
We were just chit-chatting and
Mariah looked down and said, "Oh my
God. It's 3. It's time. We should be doing the thing that we're supposed to be doing." I'm telling you, summer's going to be real interesting.
Blow me out.
It kind of did, but it's better, I think. I'm going to also turn on the little hootie-doo because it does seem to help focusing on you. And see, you scooted over. Hold on. There we go. We're really organized today, aren't we?
Yeah. Oof.
Oof.
Yeah.
You got a lot more light on you. I don't know why mine isn't. It's right over here.
It's cloudy outside. We might have tornadoes.
There.
So, suddenly we have to say...
All right, can I say hello to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We've got Christina, Acme, Art Curious, that's Miriam, Carrie is here, Cheryl, Cookie Wookie, that's Mo, Cynthia, Eddie, Emma, Erna, Estella Griffinshield, that's Rhonda Handy Scandy, that's Nancy. Jeanette, aka Jeanette. Hello, and tell your sister hello. I hope she's back and all that. Jennifer's here. Jocelyn, Julie, Carla, Keeks, Hunt, Effin Unpeeled. Hey, Keeks, we're glad you're back. Lizanne, Lizzie, Jean, Lydia, Margie, Marguerite, Marcia, Marcia, she wants to open your gift. I'm going to record some things, and then, so y'all be on the lookout for links and whatnot later. I'm just going to maybe post it as a hidden YouTube anyway. I'm sorry, that was a little side thought. Hello, Ninian. Panka's here. Silver Granny, Grumpy Gnome, that's Lynn. Star Traveler, that's Linda. SWL, that's Sherry. Tegan's here. Tina. Trish Coogan. Hello, Trish.
Trish. I just got a thing from Evie the other day.
Did you? That's
Yeah.
so nice. Tell Evie.
In the lightning bolt.
Aw, Trish. Okay, and
Yeah.
Tutu Hale, that is Tammy. All right. And some of our old crew showing up. I love it. All right. I'm going to go topside. That's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Or are you going to do Thursday Thoughty business? You
I am going to do thirsty, thoughty business. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm just kind of... I'm semi-excited about what I'm going to do. Don't go topside.
Okay.
Okay, now, I hope I pronounce this right. Mariah will correct me if I don't. Sun Masho.
Sun M Show.
Masho. Sun Mashu.
M Show.
M Show. Sun M Show. Anyhow, wrote, and let me tell you what. I watched the video, and he's one of those guys that he talks like a machine gun fires.
Well, he's doing shorts, and I keep telling her this, that, like, folks that are doing shorts,
They got to get a lot in.
got to get her done. I don't think you're the target audience,
I
necessarily.
certainly do not think so. No, I cannot process as fast as he speaks.
Yeah.
And he probably thinks I'm really slow.
Well, hey, even sometimes I feel like I will watch, but see, this is also a little, it's smart because you got to keep watching it over and over and over to get the full thing, which is very, like that gives you good
watch time. Yeah.
Good watch time. Yeah.
Well,
hey, Stu.
Don't expect any speeding up here anytime soon.
Well, so I pulled the transcript. Yes. Hopefully this is allowed. I can't even imagine that Son would even watch our thing or whatever. I did tag him. You never know. I watch him all the time. I don't ever comment. I'm in fear of his comment section. Like, you gotta be, I think, on par.
Yeah.
You can't just be rolling up in some comment sections and not, like...
have something to say.
Yeah.
Like, hello, how are you today?
Hey.
They're like, okay.
Yeah. It's one that you need to bring it. Like, you gotta
up your game. Yeah. And have something to say. Well, that's the way it should always be. All right. Am I ready to go?
I don't think that that's necessarily true. I like just a little hello and a watched it, and I like to know that. But this is a different format.
Oh.
Like, we hang out. We know each other, so y'all can just be like, hey, Mariah. Hey, P&M. Like,
that's certainly true.
We're on that friendly basis.
I haven't.
Do you need some
froggies?
Water? I had stuff all night. I've been sneezing, too. There's things in the air.
Things in the air, folks. Things in the air.
Mm-hmm.
I did not wash my glasses. But they're pretty good. I did it before I went to Costco this morning. I've been very busy. I don't know
if you can turn it. You probably can slow it down. Because you have the little slow it down thing. Sometimes that's kind of weird because then your brain kind of goes.
Yeah, and words sound funny. There's a phenomenon that happens all the time, and I don't think there's a word for it. I would love to know the word, if there is a word for this. Okay, let me describe it. I'm not saying this.
She's reading the transcripts.
I'm reading the transcript. Being the resident word nerd that I am, I was tagged into this creator's post to provide a word, a real word, for when the solving of a problem contributes to the confirmation bias of those who either caused the problem in the first place or didn't believe the predicted consequences were valid. Do you want me to read that again?
What I really love about when he speaks, it's like he uses a lot of hand motion. I love that. I use my hands a lot when I talk. And so I really appreciate that whenever he does it.
I don't think I do that. Do I? I don't think I do that. I don't talk with my hands. Maybe I do a little bit.
A little bit, but I active, you see.
All right, I'm going to read that to you again. All right. Write a word. When solving of a problem contributes to the confirmation bias of those who either caused the problem in the first place or didn't believe the predicted consequences were valid. So they see a crisis averted as a told you so moment. Now, as I've already said, that's basically textbook confirmation bias. But to me, the real answer to their question is in the comments.
So down below,
word
people.
That means when the repair creates a paradox.
Repairadox. That's what it's meant to say.
You're not getting. I'm going to get to that. You need to stop interrupting. Creates a paradox. What is the word for that? We need a word for that. Is there a word for that? And Miss Mariah just said repairadox. Yeah, okay. That should probably end up in a dictionary. That's how these things happen. They add words all the time. And then the creator said, oh my God, that's perfect. They asked, is that a real word? The person who said it replied, well, no, I just made it up. But it should be a real word. And I'm here to tell both of you that it is a real word because you made it up. All words are made up. Let's think about it.
Yeah.
100% of them. There isn't. I'm sorry if I have to get this up here. I'm not seeing.
I did make it bigger for her, but remember, she hasn't got her eyeballs fixed yet. So,
No, I'm working on it.
But
all words are made up, 100% of them. There isn't a word being used by any human beings in any language anywhere on earth, not a single word that came to us by way of a comet falling off a star
or out of a tree or something.
Spontaneous combustion or immaculate conception. All words are made up, none more valid than the other. People will try to break it up into standard and non-standard, slang and formal, King's English and Common English, academic and colloquial. But they are all made up. Having a long established etymology doesn't make one word more valid than a word that you just made up on the spot. And quite frankly, sometimes these made-up words are even more illustrative, more descriptive, more concise, because they adhere closer to the context in the immediate sense. We're talking about tenderisms now.
Okay, so you have to remember, this is a transcript from the video. So remember, this is when the older gentleman was then, he brought in the video of the older gentleman getting the meat off the bone. Mm-hmm. And he says, ooh-wee.
Oh, yeah.
Tenderism. And you just knew because you could see it and you could, you knew what that meant.
Yeah. Everybody already knew that tenderness existed as a word. And he could have said that, but he didn't. He got straight to the point. It just sounds juicier. Mm-hmm. And we knew exactly what he meant. And that was the point.
Rustification. Y'all know what that means.
As much as I appreciate how much y'all value my deep well of knowledge of words, I need to tell y'all, to know you can F up words any way you want to F them up. Not only are y'all allowed to do it, nobody can stop you from doing it. Word. People make up words People making up words is how we get words. People making up words is how we expand language. We are not simply rotating the same words every generation over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
If you speak a language that's hundreds of years old or older, try reading some of the original script today and see if it sounds the same. It doesn't.
Well, and even when you watch back, like, you know, old news stories or whatever, and just the way that they talked then, you're kind of like, wow, that sounds trippy.
And it even movies or
Older
whatever,
movies and stuff.
you pick up on those things, and it takes you a minute,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to you immediately recognize that it's older.
Yes.
But then you start ticking off things that, make it.
Right. You're able to take what you know, the words that you hear, and the ones that maybe you don't necessarily recognize, or they're being used in a way that you're like, well, that's kind of, not what I'm used to.
Yeah. Not only have the words you're using changed, but the way you use them has changed over time. New words have been added to your lexicon, and some old words have faded away. That is the way words work. That is language. Feel free to keep tagging me. I enjoy these conversations, but y'all don't need me to validate which words are real, because all words are real. And non-standard doesn't mean substandard. We oucha.
He said, that's always funny. That's we oucha.
Yeah.
Anyway, because I was like, oh, that's just perfect. I needed to hear that. Well, I mean, I think he posted it today, or it was like, yesterday or today. And so relative content is always ideal. Trending, maybe. I don't know. But I do love Sun. I watch almost every single video. Mainly the shorts, but he does have other videos and things that are out on a fairly regular basis, but highly recommend his channel.
Did you put it down below? Did you?
Oh, yeah.
It?
And then Mo's been dropping it into chat. If y'all don't know, Mo is Cookie Wookie, so look for those links. And then she put a link to our PMisms glossary, because that is kind of where I wanted to take that too, is that, even though a lot of those words in the glossary may have already existed, we always like to put a spin on, and then this is that part of that tenderism thing, where it's like, we've added more meaning to it. Maybe a word that we already use, maybe even a technical term, but maybe we tweaked it a little, or even just use it in a little bit different way. It's a lot like when we say crazing here, it's not necessarily that it was a spin-off of a word that is typically used in pottery for glazing, but it's something
it's
that we
of what happens when you glaze,
right. And so we took that, transferred that onto what we see here on the gel plate, and then added our own
spin.
Spin to it. So I think that, that's why that hit a lot of points for me. And then when I sent it to P and let her listen to it, she was like, oh yeah, that's great. She's like, can you print it out for me? That took a minute, but I got it worked out.
Yeah, we could have just sat here, I guess, and talked about the points that he talked about, but somehow or other I thought that
was kind of funny to hear you do a reading of it.
Yeah, because I know that I read slower. Well, I read slower because I can't see fast enough to read fast anymore.
I can't wait till they fix your eyeballs, because I think it's going to be it was really nice when they did do your eyeballs. You had that period of time where it's like, oh, that's great. But then you fogged up.
I fogged up.
But you're going to get it fixed.
I'm going to get them fixed. All right, well, we're going to start.
That's the thoughting.
Yeah, that's the thoughting. We're done. I'm going to start a book.
Ooh.
I know, big commitment, and you know how I am with these things.
Y'all strap in, put your seatbelts on.
Yeah, and have your snacks and drinks handy. We might have to go through the desert. Okay, anyhow, this I want to use somehow, because I've had this, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how long. It's had many iterations, by the way. It started off just as
Yeah, you've showed this a couple other times.
I have, but we have new people.
Yeah.
This is alcohol ink.
That thing's old. The backside is very old.
The backside is very old. And this is one of my early little eraser stamps.
I don't think we've ever turned that one into...
This is a stamp that Izzy had. I took it away from her because she's just going to lose them. I should give it back to her. The alphabet.
Oh, those little ones. It came
Little
like in a
tiny.
little Altoidy
Yeah.
kind of case.
Anyhow, and a lot of this is just
Is that gonna be your cover?
well, you know, I was going with the really pretty thing that Susan Gantz sent.
Mhm. By the way, all those papers are gone, but Susan's on the yeah, she's making more packets. She's like, oh my gosh.
Hey, I'm telling you, you can't go wrong because I'm going to pull in some of Susan's stuff, and I've got some stuff here. But the first thing I want to do, because I promised I would do it, is we're going to and I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this as a flop off.
That is the painted. I think that yeah.
It had disappeared, and I found it
Indian paintbrush
stuck to a bunch of papers. So that's what happened to
by
that.
Christy Hartman. She's got her jingly bracelet on today. I don't know if y'all noticed, but
And she,
She.
ride a white horse to Banbury Cross with bells on her fingers, with rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. She shall have music wherever
Ever she goes.
I calligraphied that once upon a time.
Yes, the 8 thing is explained over there in the PMisms as well.
I don't know. I promise this is not going to be one of those.
Oh, famous last words.
Yeah.
We're along for the ride. I mean, it's been a little while since you've done a hardcore project, so yeah.
All right, now I just want to talk about something here. So I wanted to show you this.
Oh, congrats, Cheryl. That sounds great. Jean asked, does anyone know how to seal the stabilo? Like the China pen or pencils? Or...
Tricky.
It is tricky.
It is tricky, but I would recommend the sprays.
Because anytime you rub it, it streaks.
Any brushing, it is moving about the cabin.
Yeah.
All right, so I showed you that one, and you saw that. That was the print. This is the flop off. So which one do you think is more amenable to using the pan pastels? What? This?
No. Diane, the messy palette. Our Diane, you know. She says, I have bells on my scissors so I can find them in piles of paper. You don't lose them.
Well,
I love that. That made me laugh out loud, for real.
Okay.
Y'all saw it.
So, now do you think this should be what I pan pastel or that?
Y'all call it the dark one or the flop off?
Well, one of them, it has more of, this one covers space.
Right, that's, yeah.
Shapes.
I guess really, that's really
This is linear.
Right, but that was the flop off from the stencil.
This was the flop off from this.
Yeah.
Y'all got that?
But you got the inners and the out, you know.
Yeah.
You want the lines or the inner parts?
And I don't have any, while you're discussing that, I really am going to let you have, because then I'm going to get out some more stuff here that I discovered.
And I know I missed a lot of y'all. If you want, give me some extra pinky hello hands and thumbsy upsies to those of you that have not come in, or those of you that have come in and have not thumbsy upsied. I need to post over in Makers because I think a lot of people do actually like wait for that post. I'm falling down on the job.
Yeah, and see, this is really great because one side I'm sure it's Mod Podge, but this is alcohol ink. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so. It could have been Brusho's.
It could be Brusho. That's a good point. I think it probably is, now that you said that. But I just think a flop off with a black flower here is going to be really awesome. And I'm going to do one on each side so it'll have repetition. And no, it's not squared up. But see, look how cool that looks. Okay, so what's everybody saying?
1 second. Sorry, I'm kind of multitasking here. Oh, good gosh. This thing. 1 moment. It is decided to kick me out and then bring me back in. Okay, so flop off. I think a lot of people say flop off.
This one.
Yes, I'm
Got
seeing
that
more
out here.
flop offs.
Well, I think that you're going to have access to more
Area.
area.
It'll
there.
be more interesting, I believe, yes.
And I do want to bring this up because this is important. I've done flop offs. This is, I wasn't terribly, this was kind of a sketchy flop off.
I don't know why that bothers you. I think it looks cool. I almost think it looks more fabric-like.
And remember, this is the black that I used. I think in the future, because I would like a little more solid line business going on there, I would use my golden heavy body.
And Lynn, she puts it nicely. I think the flop off offers more creativity with the pan pastels.
Okay, I tend to agree with you. I just, I'm a little bit disappointed in the.
She wanted that to be darker.
I wanted the lines to be better.
And less, speckledy.
Yeah, less speckledy. That's a good way to put it. All right. So we're just going to put this one back over here and we'll do something really cool with it. Also, Tom bien.
Tom bien.
Oh, I'm still having shoulder issues.
I think she's sleeping on it weird.
Well, I haven't been sleeping on it weird because I can't do that. It hurts too bad. But I think that I have messed up. I have a nerve that I pinched or something there.
Oh.
Now, I did go through a lot of the tissue papers and kind of tried to get them into groupings. I don't know if I really did a big bang up job of that, but I do have, I've got ones that are more geometric, more straight lines kind of things, as opposed to flowing and more organic. Because I really think that the flower book, flowers are in it, that's not all that's in it.
What are you talking about?
The papers that I'm going to integrate into the book. All right. So.
Hello, Laura. And hello, Elizabeth. Sorry, I kind of, said hello to people and then. And hello, Miss Allie K and Christy Hartman.
I'm going to start with my favorite color. I don't know what happened to this blue, but it just kind of got crunched.
Your blue got crunched. Oh, is this the one that you keep talking about? That
it's really hard to get out of here now because it has every time. See what it did?
Oh, well, that's a bummer. Yeah, and it seems like that's happened more since the last time.
Yeah, and I
think that's a you thing.
It probably is.
Hello, Carolina.
I don't know what to do. I tried mashing it down with my finger, and
I don't think
all I
that's
did
gonna...
was just got a whole bunch of stuff on my finger.
No, you need those special, like, I see it when they do the makeups with, like, have you ever seen them restore makeup and stuff? And they have those special, that make the compressed.
Mash it.
You need a compressor
of
sorts.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't know about that kind of stuff because I don't know about that kind of stuff.
All right.
Oh, look at there. There's a new.
Jeanette says, was it ever dropped?
No.
Not to her knowledge.
No, it was not. I assure you, it was not dropped. I would. It's just that. Oh, maybe I mussed it up when I was putting the lid on.
Maybe.
Crunched it and kind of,
Yeah, well, and Sue said hers arrived chunked up.
Okay, so what'd she do?
What'd you do, Sue? Eddie says, find something flat that will fit the circle and tamp it down. So yeah, that's kind of like what that compressor thing does. Because you have to kind of do it like with even pressure, and it needs to fit it just right. Lynn says that if your shoulder keeps hurting, you might get relief with a couple neck traction sessions with a physical therapy. Ooh, a coffee machine tamper, like the ones like the when you do the espresso or yeah, that kind of thing.
That kind of thing.
We don't have one of those. But
now, basically, what I do is it doesn't matter where I start. I try to look for similar.
Ooh, okay, thanks, Alice.
Things elsewhere that I can
repeat
that color. And these little jobbers just seem to be quite, amenable to that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Mama Juju. Eddie says, tamp it down like he does with his feelings. We love you, Eddie.
We do.
You shouldn't tamp down your feelings.
No,
you can express those with us at any point.
You can. We can take it. And the other reason I do the skipping of the, I think it kind of creates a little sense of rhythm.
I think they're kind of shallow. What do you think, Pete? As far as like how much product is in the little compact thing?
Oh, it seems pretty shallow, yeah.
Because it's like there's a lip.
Yeah, see, this goes up in. This is the screw part that you would screw onto.
It's probably only about a quarter of an inch, if that. It's more than an eighth. Maybe 0.3875.
This is real hard for me because I get a glare on it.
Yeah. Oh, hello, April. She says to fix it with alcohol, and then Alice is going to send us a video or if she finds it, but she says to fix it with alcohol, you have to scrape it all out, grind it up.
Oh,
no. That seems...
I
see what you're saying. Okay, so basically like you're recompressing it. So you grind it all up and make a make it into sort of a paste. Tamp it and then let it dry out again.
That won't be happening.
No, good gosh, no. That's beyond our skill set.
I'm feeling really righteous mixing up paint that's going to hell.
Diane says it's shallow like her ex-husband.
I'm sorry.
Well, actually, this one wasn't that shallow. Or was shallow.
All right, now I think I need something down
here. Hey, Robin.
Here.
Hey, Ricky. Yeah, then Ricky says just drip the alcohol on the pan pastel, then tamp down. Might be able to do that.
Yeah, I think I can handle that.
But this whole grind it up, repaste it, and then tamp it, that seems like probably above and beyond our ability.
Or my want to. That has something to do with it.
Oh, hey, Colleen. So that is actually the Going Daisies set of stuff that you'll want to look for. There's multiple things because we have it in a 5x7, 8x10, and 9x12, both in a stencil, or a mask, and then there are the just individual daisies. And if you use the search area of our website and just put in Daisy, all of that should come up. Because is it Going Daisies? Hold on, it's been a little bit, Colleen. Hold on, girl. Let's see.
Okay, I have to turn this because I'm going to be dragging my arm through the gravy and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, Daisies versus Daisy. Although I should go in there and just put, Daisy in the thing just so it comes up if people are looking for Daisy. Singular, but this is plural. And And Mo's on it there. She's got the link in the chat. Thanks, Mo. I love this blue.
I do too. It really is a go-to.
Do you remember that blue eyeshadow that I had? That was like that? And it was cool because like it was in this nifty little case thing.
White case?
No, remember like you could I don't remember the name of the product or anything like that, or like if it was a spin-off of like, you know, like the Barbie, like Jazz, or y'all remember those? You know, the Barbies that weren't really Barbies, but they were like the singers. They were punk rocker girls. I feel like there was some kind of connection with that somehow. I could be completely wrong, but this, you know, was still in the mid to late 80s. Yeah. Anyway, remember it had like a bracelet thing, and then you could snap it into that, and you could put like it had lip gloss, and then one was like eyeshadow and stuff.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. You know,
and it was like this blue. That's why that made me think of them.
This is kind of a hard blue to wear.
I can wear it. I still wear it. I don't know that I should, but I don't really care.
You know, it's what somebody said the other day.
Makes me happy.
Makes you happy. Get after it like a biting sow.
No, we do not do that, Lizzie Jean.
What?
So are you going to do the, you know, where you put the cake, you know, smash the cake in the face? No, we don't do that.
We don't do smash.
I don't like it.
Besides that, this is high-dollar cake, and we're not going to be wasting high-dollar cake on that sort of.
Let me just say, this cake is more expensive than my wedding cake. I'm not saying, you know, we got ours from Albertsons.
What the cake's going to taste like, but the cupcakes were like,
oh, they were magical.
Oh my God.
They're from a fancy shop up in, we're trying to support the local businesses. But, you know.
Hey, it happens once a year.
And really, overall, it wasn't crazy. You know, I mean, it was expensive, but not crazy. You go down to Dallas and they start charging a lot more.
All right, I think we got that sort of nicely distributed. What do you think?
Yeah, I like that. Move to a different color.
Sometimes you just have to come back in and hit that area. One of the reasons I like doing it like this is because the wide lines, I can be kind of a little more messy, and I don't have to worry about being right.
Well, so
right on
when we went to order the cake, I went with just vanilla, like vanilla frosting, vanilla cake. And then I told Izzy that, and she's like, Mommy, you know I like chocolate. So we went and ordered up some chocolate. So there's vanilla, chocolate. Cupcakes are chocolate.
Oh. Well, I don't mind that.
I mean, cake is cake.
Cake is cake.
I feel like cake is cake.
Cake is cake. All right. So let's bring in a little orange here. And whoever sent me the link for the these little Hooters.
Yeah. Was it Candy?
Could have been.
Or Sandy?
It's Candy or Sandy. I think it was Sandy, maybe.
Well, Candy had sent you a few things.
Yes. But and the reason is because I read both of your emails, your lightning bolts at the same time, and I can't remember who gave me a link, and it's Jackson.
Mm-hmm. I think they carry them at Blick too.
Now I may get tired of this. We just may move on, but I wanted to start it, and I wanted to get.
I love these two colors together. I applaud this decision.
Get this going so that you can kind of understand what my approach. It doesn't have to be your approach, for heaven's sake.
Mo says they look like little Hooters.
They are little Hooters. Cute little boogers. Anyhow, I need some more of these.
Barbie and the Rocker. See, I think Carla's a little further back, but I'm happy that she knew what I was talking about on that one. Y'all may have. I just was yammering about things. But that popped in my purview.
Because this is something that you can do while you're, listening to
This is a multitasking task.
Documentary.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very, and I probably will go through the full color palette here.
I like that.
I'm going to save the gold as the pull color.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Hi, Zeppa.
I think y'all get this.
Hey, Angela.
And I doubt that there's anybody there that's going to be disappointed.
And if you aren't really sure about all this, we spent a good handful of streams where Pete did more, and we talked more in depth about the pan pastel, kind of what's going on here, what they are. You can check those out from like last week, basically.
Yeah. I
have a whole playlist of when she shows the pan pastels and like did it all throughout the stream. So
this in here and stop shoving it back in and out of the thing, and maybe
look at you using that big brain. I like that. Keep it separated.
And
Ricky sent you lids.
Ricky sent me lids. I'm using two of them right now. Okay, so this will be ready to go. We'll probably look at it
Sunday.
We'll pull it Sunday.
What's next?
All right, what's next? That's a good question.
Hello, Paula.
Well, I'm going to get a bunch of stuff out here because I don't know. I know that you can work on pages once they're in the book. I understand that concept. Because of the way I do things,
it's not wise.
I'm messy. Like, I could totally obliterate the entire book with one of my little whatevers. So what we're going to do is we're going to create some of the things that I want to do here. And I want to get this on some different papers right now. And I think I'm going to batch it.
Okay.
And I hope you don't get bored with this.
Well, we'll probably try to keep things interesting via chat.
Okay, sounds good.
Sue says, have you tried a transparent paint, then stencil with the pan pastels, then pull color, like they're sandwiched? Okay, here was the dealio with that corner. Like, accidentally, we sort of figured that out. Because I remember you talked about that in one of those streams a little bit, or alluded to it.
Yes.
I don't think that we've had a full-on conversation. But the basic thing is that one of the lovely parts about pan pastel to the gel plate is the gel plate is sticky, so it holds the pan pastels. Whereas doing it on top of paint and even on top of paper, there's less of a stick factor.
Yeah. Now, that totally depends on the type of paper, too, because you see me, brushing off over here on the if you have a paper that has more tooth to it, like watercolor paper, something like that.
It's going to be grabbier.
It's going to be grabbier. Yeah, good word, grabbier. It's not going to just sit there on the surface, because that's what happens once you put down paint. Your pan pastel is less likely to adhere to that and stay on that surface. When you run a brayer over that, you're just going to pick up all that pan pastel that's on top of the paint.
And and you almost see that anyway. A great example of that is the one that like you used Dance Party, and you went real heavy with the pan pastels. And so whenever she was braying out the paint to pull it, a lot of it moved around.
Yes.
So you would have even more of that kind of situation if it's not like sticking to the plate.
Yeah. Very true.
Just makes sense.
Okay. So I am going to use one of these. I kind of cut it apart. And of course we don't worry about that in my world.
We don't.
Okay, so I'm just looking through here to find some things I want to, and I'm really wondering how these citrusol pages are going to, because this is kind of in my, and they feel so cool. Really cool. I want to print one of those. I'm really thinking about printing something on this.
I'm curious if those citrusol papers are going to do an image transfer of any sort.
Oh, I'm going to do that. Definitely, this is going to be in my book.
Oh, and hey, Paula, and actually, designer, since I have you here, I'm close to pulling together the stuff for June. But Paula, if you have something in particular, will you drop it in the folder? Pretty please and thank you.
I have a black and white thing over here, and I need to put some of my other black and white stuff in there also. This is a lovely, but I like that other a bit more.
Yeah.
This might be a good one to do a flop off on. It's still kind of wrinkly, so I'm not sure. And I'm going to just change the color of this.
Okay.
I love this just like it is. I have one that's going to look great with. This other one is a little bit large. Timmy's not going to make the cut here. Okay. All right. So these are the papers that I'm going to use, and I might go ahead and just pull out this one too. I don't know though. I'll save that one for another, because it's more peachier. The other one's more greener.
Oh, yeah, I would assume so, Julie. But I was just curious because I know, so my assumption is that the citrusol pages that are here are most likely from old National Geographics, which are also really great, I think, for image transfer, which means the ink and the paper are ideal for that situation. I'm curious, like, once she has done the technique to it, does that then negate the image, the this or that, or does it just move it around to whatever image and situation that is on there currently?
See, I don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I should put this one back because the orientation of this one is not conducive.
Mm-hmm.
I could put it down like this, but somehow it just doesn't feel right. So we'll put that back in the pack for use in another situation.
I think so too, Jocelyn.
All right. I'll put that one back too.
Well, I know, but she didn't move them out. Well, she moved everything out of the folder, so like I think she did that for me as a, very kind thing to do. So now she's just going to drop in one at a time the things that we can, do for the next month. Paula was good to go for years. But the way we've kind of repositioned some of the folders and things, she had moved it outside of what I access.
Now, on this book that I am making, they're really, it has all different sizes of pages. And just because that's just the way it is. If I want to use them, that's how it has to be. All right, now where's my one that I had cut up and I already had it in size? There it is. Okay, I want to have that handy just in case I have the right thing down and I can... No, maybe I would rather go with changing my mind. Because I think this one would be a better one to fold it,
right,
and put it into a
book
signature. Okay. I'm all straightened out here. Sort of, kind of. Just want to have things ready that I can snatch them up when I need to. Because this... I'm not going to fold that quite yet. Yeah, I am.
So why are you folding it now?
Because it's going, I don't want both sides the same.
Okay.
So when I start, putting these together in signatures, then I can, I can have.
Okay, and you're going to make a funky little book, it seems.
It's going to be a very funky book.
All right.
That's the only kind of book, really,
I know.
I make. All right, here's my plain paper, which I might do something with that. At the same time I do something with that. I need to get some color on that. And I really, I don't always like that, but I don't know that it's going to be a big deal. I don't know. All right, let's just get after here and stop mulling about. Now this has stuff on it, but I don't think it's going to interfere with our process. And I think I'll just feel things are being falling off back here. Or was that just my
your paranoia, your pile paranoia?
Things are moving.
Just feeling a little, on edge.
Yeah. All right, well, let's just go ahead and right off the bat just get some green gold on this gold. I don't want to cover it up with an opaque, so.
Like it's changed our voices?
What?
Grace says, I'm hearing y'all with an Aussie accent and it's fab.
Oh my gosh, really? Well, I have a book up here with Aussieisms in it. All right, this is going to be a two-sider.
Oh yeah, and Sunny, like Mo said, if you are starting out, you may want to just start with a smaller plate. Number one, you're going to have a better understanding of paint. That means like the amount of paint, and you're not then like overwhelmed by a really large plate and feeling like you have to fill up the plate, and like, because there's some added timing kind of things that you have to get down with a larger plate. And rather than, adding that extra learning curve in there, you might as well start with a smaller plate. You're using less paint, you use less paper. All of those things will then build a better, more successful kind of beginner journey on the gel plate. And if you're asking about which brand of gel plate, our preference, number one, because they have been super nice to us, just like to be very upfront about that, are the gel press gel plates versus the jelly arts. We own one jelly art plate. They are thinner, and P's having a little bit of trouble with it continuing to stick to the plexiglass.
Look at that. Now it's picking up some of that red out there, which I really don't hate that. I think that's lovely. All right, we're going to do the same thing to the other side. And the minute I put that down, I was like, I don't even know what this paper is. If I run this paper on here, I'm just going to be so mad at myself. And then I got to thinking, well, I can always, you pick it off and use it elsewhere. I think one of the biggest things that has, when I have this piece of white paper underneath here, I know how far out to brayer.
Yeah.
It just, I can't tell you how.
It's like a bullseye.
Yeah.
She knows where she needs to land. Now I'm curious if it's gonna do anything, because didn't that kind of have a shiny business to it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you obliterate that?
No.
Oh.
Left a little behind.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it dulled it out slightly, but the shine's still there.
And isn't, oh, that is such a lovely, lovely color. I love that so much. All right. Now, I don't know what that is. It's something from the print. All right, let's get,
Oh, is that the comedian dude?
who?
The Mark Montano guy. Montano. Is that the one? Oh, Sonny, sometimes here's the thing. Don't let all of, like, especially like what we do here intimidate you. You should just be able to go, all right, I got some paint. I'm going to put some paint to the plate. I'm going to roll it out and I'm going to see what happens. That should be kind of like the starting thing, because that's what she did for weeks. And
That's
there were
what I'm
just
still
painty,
doing.
there's painty papers everywhere, stacks of them. And
Boxes.
and then she'd be like, look at this one.
Look at this one.
Look at this one. I mean, we still have some of those.
Look at this one.
So that should be like step one. What she just did there is something we kind of call the shadow technique. You know how she sort of just moved it around and then brayered on it? That's a PMism right there.
Yeah. I'm hoping we can pick some of this up. I didn't lollygag too long and, you know, smoke and drink in the alley.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Colleen, and if you need help, let me know. Just email me or holler at me after the stream and I can get y'all set up. That's awesome. And then that particular paper is just like a mulberry, right?
I don't know for sure. It's like one of those fibrous, but you can see the fibers in there. It doesn't tear very good. Those pieces of fiber don't tear; they just stick out.
Right.
It's kind of cool, but yeah. All right. Well, look at that. We got this thing sort of colorated. Now we're going to come back in and hit it again, because this side's kind of and I love this, and I think that this is going to be so cool because this thing here has some of those colors in it, right? Oh, looks fab on that side.
Yeah, I like that.
I know, but I think it would just need a bit more. A bit more.
That's not the guy that I was thinking.
I need to have something lined up here, though, too. I might do it on that. That might be cool. Because I do have some papers that some nice person gave to me.
Did you write down who gave them to you?
No. But I have them in here. And see, I've got all these ones that need stuff on the back. And some of them are not going to, oh, here, I'm definitely going to use this. I'm definitely going to use that. Okay, well, we'll pull that out later. Oh, look, I'm writing myself notes there. Oh, this is a really nice one. Now, it'll have to be cut down. This is a really nice one. I don't know if that one's even mine. Somebody might have sent me that one. Okay, you either cut off the edges or you've got to do something with them. I really like this. I just not sure how to use it quite yet, but we're going to put it in the...
Oh, very exciting, Lynn.
What?
The drywall went up in the studio today.
Oh, yes.
getting close.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to have these two papers that I want to use lying by close by because I want to do the same thing to them that I just did to that other thing while I'm getting some stuff on here.
Thing stuff and more stuff.
More stuff. Okay, now what did I use here? I think I used the quinacridone and nickel azo gold. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
It rates right up there with transparent red iron oxide. You need this. You need this color. Burnt orange is really nice too, but I say burnt orange for, I mean, real special occasions. Because I'm down to my last two.
And she hasn't sent me a note yet.
Well, I don't even
Or a
know
link.
that you can get it.
Well, there's something similar. I'm sure we can.
Well, this is similar.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna. I'm telling you, this is kind of a grabber. Whatever's close by it latches onto it.
Yeah, and Sunny, we have two like beginner videos where we purposefully went through and said, all right, as a beginner here, start kind of, you know, these are some things along with lists. And in fact, there's a playlist. Probably the best thing to do would be go to the website with the blog post. That might be showing up in chat soon.
I might just have to come in and, you know, give those edges a little special treatment. I don't know. They're not picking up.
The edges don't want any. They say they don't want it.
They don't want it.
They don't want it. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Thanks, Mo.
Okay, I went to this side first. I just did because if I can't get rid of the white edge, I can just go ahead and cut it off.
Yeah, so we did the video, so that Gel Printer's Guide for Beginners and Seasoned Artists, the book. There's that, and it's based on the video. So, like, if you want screenshots and more of a written version of it, that is available. But then we did it as a video. That looks fabulous.
It does look fabulous, but we're going to make it even more
Fabulous.
Where's my mixture here? Aha. Okay, this has got GAC 800 in it. In just a minute, and I'll read to you about GAC 800. Okay.
Hold, please. You get the gack on the gack.
Didn't put enough out there.
No.
It's mighty spare.
Awesome. Thank you, Mo. And that is the blog link.
I'm just concerned about getting the edges. And that looks fantastic. Put this down. This is really kind of a scary thing because it's wet on this side also. I'm
Playing with fire.
Playing with fire.
The yak on the gack or the gack yak.
But look at that. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes. I really wish you'd take that bracelet off. It distracts me.
We should have we should ask people if that bracelet bothers them.
Are y'all a yay or a nay on the bracelet? See, isn't that better? Ooh, see? Beginnings of the next thing.
Yes, that's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Okay, now we're going to go back to our... I think this is pretty good. I might have to come in and do a little, you know, missionary work on the edges of this, just in some places.
Yeah, you might need something a little more soupy to kind of soak down in there.
Yeah, and what I may do, well, we'll just do it right now.
Yeah.
Shucky darns, what the hell are we waiting for? I want it a little distressed on the edges anyway, so we'll just put down some of this stuff. Now, you probably won't see this on any of the other channels. It's not a terribly what do I want to say, acceptable manner in which to, but whatever you put on your gel plate, you know, you're going to be able to. Now this seems to do pretty well.
Exactly. You had a lot of yays on the bracelet, but us nays won out.
You're just saying that
I don't know what
because I don't have access to. I can't count.
Huh? What?
Rude, Mariah. That kind of
I gave you enough.
prevarication will catch up to you in life.
Probably, but that's fine.
Karma.
I
She's
am
willing
fine with
to
that.
accept it.
I am accepting it. Hello, Lucy.
All right. So this is going to be a wonderful page that you're going to put over the top of. Well, soon it will be. I thought I was done, but I'm still covering up some of the white
Exactly, Paul.
business here.
Okay, so Lucy, hello and welcome. She says, I need to ask about the pan pastels. Do I need to put something on it after it dries to keep the pastels from getting on other papers?
Yes, ma'am.
Well,
I think you do.
if you're pulling it with the acrylic paint, most likely you won't. Some of it does seem to rub off. So if you're saying that, like,
If you have it heavy,
yeah,
you will have some residue there, and you will be dealing with it.
yeah. So it just kind of depends on how heavily have you applied the pan pastels. Also, how maybe wet or thick was the paint that you used to pull it, if that's what you're doing. Now, if it's all by itself, you need to seal it with something to contain it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think this is going to just be splendid.
She's pretty loud. I'll find her.
Who?
Diane said, how am I going to find you if a pile of crafty papers falls on you and you don't have your bell to...
Good point. I like that you're looking out for me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a safety device. It's like miners, and the canary and the
I don't
cage.
mind. Here's the thing. Like, it should be a necklace situation. So you just jingle every once in a while. See, when you got it on your arm and you're doing all the things over there, it's very distracting. Let us know in the comments. That's all I'm saying. And that's me. That's just party of one.
Yeah.
I will own that. I will say, I poo-pooed it for everybody. That's fine. I'm going to own it.
Okay. This I'm going to show you this because this is not how it comes. This is how it became. This is Van Dyke Brown, and it's a washout. And I don't know what is in this. A lot of different stuff, but mainly just water. I'm sure that there's some other product of some kind in there, but I don't know. I think that this is stunning. If I don't do anything else that's worth a flip today, I think
that's the winner.
This is the winner chicken dinner all the way around, y'all.
And it was mixed media. Okay, here, I got some things for you. So, yeah, Lucy, I think we kind of covered all of that. So, yes, on the plate, the acrylic paint most likely will seal most of it. Again, just depends on how thick you put it on there. This is some good little trivia. P is in good company. When they recorded We Are the World, they had to track down an odd noise. It was Cyndi Lauper's jewelry jingling. Mm-hmm.
I love Cyndi Lauper.
We love Cyndi Lauper.
She's so irreverent.
I
just every now and then I see a bit of Cyndi in our baby.
Mm-hmm. She does love some girls just want to have fun.
All right, we're going to do.
Good call, Cheryl.
What?
Cheryl's, she's new here, but she's obviously picking up on some good stuff. She says, I'm relatively new here and have no desire to tick off P. Sorry, Mariah. So she's on team, bracelet. When
I put it on this morning, I knew Mariah would want me to take it off.
She gets a jiggle out of the jingle. She knows it annoys me.
I do. Mm-hmm. But, some of the things that she does annoy me too. Mm-hmm. When she goes on her cleaning binges and she marches around like Napoleon with his riding crop.
I need a cleaning crop. With a feather duster on the end.
Yeah, don't hold your breath on that one. All right, I'm throwing that fuzzy stuff down on the floor. I don't know if that was the right thing to do, but
it's what's being done.
I might have to bring it back.
Ooh.
What? Why are you not picking up something there? All right, look at that. Isn't that wonderful? All right, well, let that dry a little bit. That is really in our color wheel family there. I'm liking that a lot.
I do have one of those telescoper Swiffers. Have we talked about that before?
What is
I
it?
have one of those.
Oh, no, this is kind of interesting.
I don't know what that is, Paula.
I swear to God, I do not know where this came from. I've got a bicycle with flowers.
Well, it's something from Saxy. Well, that other piece was. I don't know what that is. The bicycle with flowers, and it's cut out so nicely.
Well, then you know I didn't do it.
I know that's right.
Well,
I feel like that came in some Happy Mail at one point in time.
I think it's absolutely wonderful. I'm going to keep it on there, and I'll rough it up a bit and make it look a bit.
Yeah, more your style.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got this, and it's got that writing business on that side. I think that's really kind of cool. And sometimes these little squared off areas, you can put little, you know, I've saved stuff for my Dove chocolates, lots of little sayings.
Lizzie Jean, whenever you decide that's
what
she wants to know, when it is acceptable to no longer. Okay, when is keeping scraps no longer acceptable? If you don't have any more room for
that's
it,
a personal, yeah,
that's a personal thing.
When it starts making you want to spit, then you need to consider other things. All right, that's kind of nice. Let's try a little bit different.
Oh, hey, Darcy.
Let's try more of a yellow range here on this one. I think that'll be nice with it. It'll pump up the brown. It'll do some things with the orange.
Some things will be done. Did you tell him what color that was?
Excuse me. I will in just a minute. Help me remember.
Okay. That is a good. Cheryl says when she gets tired of seeing them over and over again, they go. If they have not earned their keep. I like that.
I think that would be perfectly. And you know, a lot of times when I'm thinking about what I want to give away, it's stuff that I either have duplicates of or I know how to replicate it.
Yeah.
Then I don't mind. But anything that I look at it and I'm going,
oh, that's cool. And I don't know
how the hell did I do that?
Yeah, where did that come from? Or a little special thing, or it's a little piece off of something special.
Because I've got some pieces off of some
special little pieces.
Pieces that, are not good. This is funny. Look at this. This is
oh, yeah, that's old.
Really old.
What is that one? That one's something triangles. Is that right?
Yeah, I always thought it had a bit of a Southwest flavor to it.
And I think I said that it's like a Deco Southwest.
Because it can go into the deco.
Depends on what colors.
All right, that's lovely. Let me tell you what color that was. That was India Yellow Hue. We're going to try the same thing on the other side.
Hey, Rosemary, no worries. Happy that you're here.
And we'll be picking up some of this, hopefully.
Oh, and what color? What color? What color?
India Yellow.
Hue.
That's what I just used.
Yes. Using it again.
It was so good.
It
worked so well that I'm going to use it twice. The only thing, the fluid acrylics, I love fluid acrylics because of the transparency. But you do not have a lot of downtime to be.
You can get it down.
Yeah. Messing about and, like I said, drinking and smoking in the alley. You need to cut that out. If you're going to do that, you need to buy open paint. Do that sort of thing. Oh my gosh, look how cool that looks.
That's fab.
Isn't it? got some little corners that are, that's what always.
Oh, it's a good reason, Sonny.
I don't mind this other stuff, this little white marks here, but when it's just a corner, it irks me.
Right, that looks more like it's part of the design, not just a, white corner. Or,
yeah. Side there. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can never remember where it is when I turn it over. Okay. That's good. So we've got, this is still drying. I thought I could do the back of that one, but I can't. Okay, we'll just have to let those sit a spell. This is really, I just want to show you this real quickly.
Okay, show it.
Where I'm going with this, because I think this is so gorgeous.
That's beautiful. It really is.
Somehow or other, I'm going to work that dude in there because I really like it.
It does need to be altered. It needs to be toned down a little.
You think? Maybe a little bit.
It needs to go more orangey, less reddy.
More orangey and less ready. Okay, now we need to do a little bit to these because in the process of making those, we've kind of lost a little bit of our oomphy. oomphy. Here on some of these others. Now that one, which one was that I needed to still do the back? Just waiting for it to dry just a wee bit more. Okay, I think that we're going to just not use any stencil. I'm just going to see if I can get some.
Yes. See what happens.
See what happens. This is a see what happens.
I'm excited about this.
Are you?
I do believe that.
Red iron?
Yes, in the fluids, because I have some of the best success with an image transfer with the fluids. Now, mainly the magenta. Magenta's always been my best one. But, let's see.
Magenta ain't in the works here.
No, it doesn't fit the...
This feeling of the color that we've got going here.
That's for the pay-per-view, Mo.
We have pay-per-view?
No, we don't, but if we did, it would
really...
Well,
that certainly slipped by me.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of not really a big deal. A lot of stuff slips by me. Okie dokie.
Yeah, now just get it up. Oh, she's gonna rub it. I don't know about all this.
Don't want to waste that paint.
Yeah, at this point, I don't foresee any transfer happening just because of the amount of, touching she did on it. But who knows? Oh, look, see?
Yeah, there's some circles out there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So if she hadn't, done the full-on, rub it, leave it down for so long, more of that image would have transferred. So there you go.
All right, I do need to get the other side of that, but I'm going to give that a little resting there. We can. Again, I don't know what kind of paper this is, but I'm going to try some green on the back side of that baby.
Okay.
And actually, I should try to get this stuff up on the back of that other one that's completely white. Because I probably could get some of those circles maybe to come up. And one of the reasons that I love green gold is because it goes with the with the oranges, with the yellows, with the I mean, it just absolutely, it goes with everything. It goes with blue.
It goes with all the things.
It goes with all the things.
So
Now,
say it.
I don't know. Might have to just give that a second there and decide here what I'm going to.
Something else.
Something else. Let's try some of this bright yellow.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I got so tired at Costco.
Yeah.
My husband, he is it. I mean, when he goes to the store, you must go down every aisle. You are going to buy anything?
Because you're there, you might as well check it all out.
You might as well. And he is just absolutely adamant about doing that. He gets a little snarly. If you say, we don't need anything down there, and I'm getting really tired. My hip hurts. My neck hurts. My back hurts. Costco's a big store.
My neck.
And anyhow, it kind of wears me out. What?
Just laughing at you.
Costco really needs some little park benches, for old people. I mean, when I look around and I'm in there at a hell of a lot of old people.
Yeah. You're going at the prime time old people time. There's sort of a transfer. I mean, or it is a transfer. Just, like. And then it pulled up the other stuff, which is great.
Yeah.
Leave a penny, take a penny.
That's right. And then I love that. I just love that. Okay, it's just strong enough for me to do something here. I'm going to go with green on the back.
Oh, I did. And you know I did.
What? What did you
Singing songs. I'm singing songs. That's prime time, like party stuff right there.
Just keep getting. Need to wipe. Green goals.
So Diane says going to the museum with her husband is excruciating. She can see everything, have lunch, and a nap, and he's still reading.
Or I just break off and go to the bar. Or
go outside and smoke. Find some people to chit chat with. So I'm like, all right, I've been inside too long under fluorescent lights. I don't know. I get overwhelmed.
She's a lightweight in the overwhelmed department.
I think we could send your husband and P together, because that's kind of how she peruses at the museum. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I need some fresh air.
I think fresh air is highly overrated.
No, you don't.
I don't. That's true.
Love it.
I love it so much. All right, now we need to get something on this. It's a little more indicative of color palette we've got going here. Let's see. We can do a little watered down mix here. You get some kind of crazing going on.
All right, you got 34 minutes. And welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back if you haven't. If you're watching on replay, no problem. Just let us know down below in the comments if you have questions or comments or answers. Whatever. Just observations. Just be kind. That's all I ask. And then, thumbsy upsies if you would, please.
Smelly paint.
Is this the stinky stuff?
One of the reasons I like the big
it is stinky.
Is because I won't go over the edge because I have so much area that I can put it off in.
You need to retire that brayer off. It looks good.
I do.
You should let me push on you.
That's what I need. I need to go to that. I need to go to my Bovina chiropractor. She worked on horses. It's kind of like Jim Puppy's. She's a little rough, but she gets it done. I mean, she would turn you up into a pretzel and be, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you know, you'd go out of there and you'd be, oh my God.
Yeah, it's the poopy colored washout. That's what that was. And it does have a gross smell to it, too. But see, look at this. It's the only way you can kind of get something like that to happen. Is a washout.
Because it follows, it will follow the cracks. And I'm going to kind of give this a little bit of a pat off.
Yeah, a little dab.
And then kind of push it down in. I didn't want to destroy the effect of the print, but I did want to at least have it come a little bit more into our wheelhouse. And I'm also in the process here ironing out some of the wrinkles in case I want to actually print on this.
Yeah.
And Susan won't care. She doesn't care.
No.
She has no emotional attachment to her stuff at all. She has...
Well, I don't know that that's true, but, like, kind of once it's out of her hands, like, she's like, that's fine. Like, that she was very much that way when we met her. Yeah, this is a definitely don't sniff that paint.
Okay, I think that's going to be splendid. You can't.
Hey, Nancy.
You're not really going to be able to tell the full effect until after it dries. Okay?
Yeah.
That's just. Okay, got that one done. Got that one done. That one done. All right, now we're going to trade. How much? What's my time here? Am I doing good?
You got 30 minutes.
Oh heavens! Lots of things in 30 minutes. Try a different technique here since I've got some.
And if you are wondering what P is doing, this is the beginnings of a book, she says.
So saith I.
You never know. Till project's done, we don't really know that that's exactly what it is, because I'll tell you, there's some playlists that had to have their name changed. Because what we thought they were going to be, it's not what they ended up being.
Hey, I did pretty good on trees. I mean...
yes, but we started out calling it the Purple Book. And it did not end up being the Purple Book. But that was fine. Like, it needed to happen that way. You should keep your project descriptions vague in the beginning. Not be like, it's going to be purple. Because that was way too limiting.
For me, it really, 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 really was.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of nice. That's going to leave a nice texture there to work with. And then this is coming along nicely. This might be another piece that gets put in the book. Okay. We're going to set this aside and we're going to pull in a... What's a bigger one? Is this something you can't say out loud?
Oh, no. Well, Eddie was just, they're kind of talking about books and stuff. And then he said the last book he read was on a 5-hour flight and he was bawling and it just was not a good look. And, like, you know.
I'd be a little more, you know. I'm really looking forward. I've already got 2 more books that I need to read. And it just almost, it makes me cry because I can't.
Yeah.
Even if I can see it for a little while, it just gets glazed over so fast that I can't. And I kept thinking, are they making books?
I'm very sensitive to it.
They're making books with a print a lot smaller than they used to. But that was not the case. The case was that.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to flop this over onto this and hopefully get two two nice prints. Now, here.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm doing.
Okay.
I am going for my heavy duty. I've got my bridge table up here, so just bear with me here. Because my drawer. It's like Rubik's Cube here. You have to move things about to get what you want. What's that? Looks black, but that's bone black.
That is
I don't
true,
want bone
Jennifer.
black.
Jennifer says you are given 8 days, 8 weeks, or 8 months for a project.
Bless you. What the hell did I do with my black paint? Is it already out or something?
And Diane says, tell me you have a personal stencil cutter without telling me you have a personal stencil cutter, P. I don't.
Yes, I have one.
If you know, you know.
All right, so here we go. Now this is open. So it's going to take a little while to dry, but the reason I'm using open as opposed to, I guess, closed, I don't know what the other normal, regular, is because I want to have a little more wiggle time to move things about the cabin.
Oh, that's good to know, Ricky. Ricky has experimented with the medical exam paper and feels that it is very similar to the carnival and cheaper.
Well,
you have a whole roll. My one gripe about the medical exam paper is that it's on the roll. So like you've got to cut out the sheets and do all, like there's a little more prep business in dealing with the curled paper.
The curl of the paper.
The curl of the paper. But otherwise, I think, you know, heck yeah.
I'm doing some mark making over here on my...
Yes. Palette knifing.
Palette knifing. Mustn't waste paint.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Lizzie Jean wants to know, P, have you found the feathers or the mask or the other thing that I can't remember that you lost? You did find the feathers.
I did. And then I immediately...
They have also then, as quickly
re-lost.
As quickly as they were found, they were once lost. Again.
But now I really, honestly, I do have a better idea. Okay, I'm keeping that brayer wet.
Okay. What brayer?
The brayer that I just used.
Yeah, no. Yes. Wet, not what?
Wet.
Bag wet.
Wet.
Mm-hmm.
Lost my mind. What do I want to do here? Do I want to put something down on that? Do I want to use tissue paper?
I thought you had a plan.
Well, you know.
She gets the paint down and she changes. Ooh. This paint, is it open? Yes. There's a lot of it. This is how we end up, like, whenever y'all win these packets and things, and when there's, like, those kinds of papers, that's why. I don't know what's going on down there, but I don't think it's oh, okay. Okay. I understand. It's in the safe place. That's right.
Well, I got a bit smushy there, I think.
Yeah. This is the carbon black.
Yes.
So.
All right, so I smooth it out. And again, open paint is the only one that you can do this with. But look at that.
Unless you live in a tropical, you know, humidity kind of situation.
And what I'm having trouble with now is I've not got enough space to put down my other side here without messing it up.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm fluttering.
Some very intentional flopping, offing. Looky there. This is Indian paintbrush, like the OG Indian paintbrush, because there's a new special one out that's like, you know, multiple ones in a scene. These are the original ones. Comes in a 5x7, 8x10, and 9x12. It has been altered by said Patricia over here. She choppy.
Choppy chop.
Doesn't come like that. But this one's fairly easy to get it to that space right there.
Yeah. All right, this is looking really cool. And I'm just going to see if I can do some shadow kind of stuff here and pick this up.
Yeah. Ricky says that once she has it cut, she hasn't found any issue with it, but it is a little tricky cutting it from the roll.
Ah.
Yeah.
I would, yeah. I just haven't taken the time to do that, and I've got my
But there might be a point in time when we can't get the carnival, and then
Yeah.
we got the roll, just
And-
in case. So
yeah, no
we got
kidding.
backup. Well, this is like a sort of a botanical print, but oh, that's fabulous right there. See?
Isn't that? I think that's a botanical print.
Yeah, and no botanicals were had to you know, you go harvest and
Yeah.
mess with them and bring the bugs in and wash them off and then feel bad about, you know, paint on the
Okay.
flowers.
So I am going to let this dry because right now I could go over it with
No, don't do that. Yeah,
Mariah
let it
says-
dry.
Yeah.
Save that.
Okay.
Save it for later.
Save it for later.
It's good leftovers right there.
Good leftovers. All right.
Put
I've
some
got-
gravy on it. You're good.
Okay. Now
Some more things. There's some more leftovers right
more
there.
leftovers here,
And that's been there for a little bit.
and that's been here for some time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I just want to bring this back and just show. This is
She's very in love with this thing.
fantastic, and it's going to be so cool with all the rest of this stuff here. All right, now I'm kind of moving stuff about because let me tell you what, this the lovely factor of this paint.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the downside.
Yeah, it's a wet and it's transferring and it's sticking to things, and you need a wide open spaces for it.
All right, I don't have any space. I could throw it down on the floor, but if it lands up, it will leave black. I don't know what I'm worried about the carpet. So
Look at her arm. I want y'all to look at her arm.
I know I've gone out in public with my arm looking like that. I think this one's really.
Yeah, that's
no.
spec-
Okay.
Oh.
It's also in the same category.
Okay.
Okay.
All wet.
All wet. Well, this paper over here, look at this. I mean, it looks like
Oh, that's fun. It kind of looks like a crazy little wolf.
I was thinking this looks like bird beak here.
Yeah, maybe.
This looks like a little chick.
Hey, Betsy. Thumbsy
So, I
upsies,
don't know.
y'all.
I'm
Thumbsy upsies.
I'm really liking this.
Mhm.
Just wish it had a little bit more on that side. Oh, there, look, I'm getting some stuff.
Yes, your paint matches your shirt today. That's good.
Yeah. Got kind of messy, didn't I?
Yeah.
I've been doing pretty good here lately. All right, so I still need to do something to. Where's my other?
I felt the same way, Sherry.
Okay, this needs some more.
Mm-hmm.
The back side of this. So maybe I won't use. Try something here. I still have a bit of wet paint here.
Yeah, we're going to see if you can get a little more off on there. Okay.
Maybe.
Oh, you're gonna do this. This is a rub off. Oh, there's a flop off. This is a rub off. Okay, it took me a minute to figure out what the MEP was. I was like, all right, what's the MEP? MEP. Medical exam paper. Got it. Took me a minute. I didn't have to admit that to y'all. I just want you to know.
I'm just getting my thing saturated and kind of patting it through the stencil.
And then I was thinking about, you know, like Beaker from the Muppets.
See,
beep, beep, beep.
Doesn't that look cool? Susan, I hope you're proud of me. And it's so cool because it kind of shows through. Can you see?
Okay, good. See? I'm letting y'all know.
That's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely lovely. I think I'm going to try a little bit more of that.
Okay, you got 15 minutes.
I could do lots of things in 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. See, this is the thing about the open paint. Like, it just keeps on a giving.
So I don't know if I love the orange and black. I mean, it kind of hollers out Halloween.
Well, throw another color in there.
I was just going to say, we can drop in another color here. Just moving it around and trying to get it distributed in spaces where all right, love that. Okay, we just need, and look, and I've cleaned my stencil up pretty much.
It is very versatile, and a lot of Christy Hartman stuff like have these great edges that just can do so many different things. It isn't always just what it is.
It isn't, and it's like, remember the cactus?
Oh, you love the cactus. She loves the cactus so much.
I just keep digging it back out. It's in my favorite pile back here. All right, now I don't like this right now, but we're gonna fix it right now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's no time like the present to be.
If you finish
moving on this,
I'm always appreciative when you're like, you start something in a stream and you end it in a stream, and I mean that right there that's a show.
Well, shucky darns, we're at the point here where I got something on everything.
Well, what's on the lower one there? The third one.
Well, that's my cool.
Well, pull that up. I could go with it. I mean, it's not like that's. I know you think it's real special, but in the grand scheme of things, it's the most likely thing to pull up at this point in time because those others are going to require.
I can't get to my others.
The piles are blocking the hole.
Piles are blocking the hole. Let's see what we've got here.
What's this one?
This one.
This one.
This is the one I want.
It was hiding out.
So I'm going to pull it.
See, this is why your arm hurts.
It's probably.
You need to stop pizza pieing those, or you need to get after those little weights downstairs and work up that muscle.
Yeah, that's something I'm going to do. I'll get on that as soon as I finish this
Right.
stream. And if you believe that, I have some other things that I can tell you.
Sell you.
Sell you. Tell you.
Mm-hmm. Had some thoughts there.
Prepare our surface there. Oh, and I still have something I need to do with that. I'm probably not going to get to all this today.
You're probably not.
Oh, well.
It's
Another day.
another day.
$1.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what do I want down here that's going to help this little jobber? I think we're just going to go, sometimes you don't just need to use every color in the book. You just need to stick with the colors that you've got. Well, we need another green gold to add to my...
Oh, these are very good questions, Sandy. Is Deb here? She's good at these sorts of questions for sure. But yeah, not all. Well, okay. Couple of things. Not all rice paper is the same.
Boy, that...
That link that Mo just put, that's Cookie Wookie, Mo, just put into the chat. That's I mean, we worked very hard on that. I'm very proud of it. And if you want to learn about all the different Yasutomo rice art papers, because they're not all technically rice papers, but
Yeah, they're...
not all art papers are rice papers, and not all rice
fibery.
papers are, there you go. Anyway, that being said, she says, if gift tissue is a 10 on the transparency scale and carnival wet strength tissue is an 8, then where does the rice paper fall? Again, I would say please refer to that guide.
It's a special animal.
It is, and they're not all the same. Like, there are ones that are going to be probably as, if not more so, transparent than the gift tissue. And then there are some that are, up and down the scale from those.
I want you to look at this print.
That's lovely.
Is that not absolutely spectacular?
You needed those crisscrosses.
I did.
They were just hanging out waiting for you.
They were hanging out waiting for me. Let's see if we can get some of them on here, because this is still a little bit damp.
I love some baker. You're getting lots of hearts. Mm-hmm.
And I thought, I'd shot my creative wad early on when I did that one thing, but nay.
Nay. There she was.
Well, not much happened there.
No.
I think we're going to save the rest of the crosses for another day.
There you go. They shall return, y'all.
Yeah. Okay.
I have the carnival wet strength sheets paper in my cart. I have the huge sheets. I have to cut them down to use. Yes, that's what we do. We buy the big batch of it and cut it up.
Yeah, and I used to be real careful about how I was cutting it up and everything, and now I just lay it out there and slice it up.
And Sandy, I would also highly recommend if you go out and you contact Yasutomo, they will send you a little sample booklet. I think that at least they were there for a while. I don't like to speak for them. I mean, it's been a little bit since we've done all that.
Yeah,
they
we've had
do
some
have
different.
Yeah, they do have sample books that they would send you, or especially like if you place an order and then say, "Hey, I would really love a sample book." I bet you they would be very pleased to send it along with an order.
They
They are very kind people.
They're very, and
They hooked us up.
they really did. All right, now I've got this little jobber here, and I've got this, and I want to break this up, and the yellow is just a bit
Okay, Julie.
much. What time is it?
Well, and she's not going to be here next week. She's going on vacation.
Who?
Julie Parker.
Where's she going?
Where are you going, Julie Parker?
I just want to know those kind of things, I want to know where you go on vacation in Australia.
I'd like to go to vacation in Australia.
I would.
Very expensive.
It is.
Like the flight just itself.
You know,
this is one we need to save up for.
Margie had a layover there when she was going back and forth.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And then they actually went to New Zealand and toured the country and everything.
We go
She liked it, but she wasn't crazy about their food.
And she's weird, though, on that whole thing.
Yeah,
like,
she is.
She's got some particular things. Hey, Bonnie. Hello and welcome.
Okay.
Near Bateman's Bay. Uladula. Did I say that right? Uladula.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Uladula.
Uladula.
Mm-hmm.
I dare say that that's probably indigenous.
Yeah. 100%.
Okay.
She said early, I saw her saying something about that at the beginning of the stream, and she said it meant something, but I didn't, that didn't stick. Mm-hmm.
I want to do something here, but I'm really reluctant to. What I think I'm going to do.
I think she was going to Thailand or something, right? Or
yeah, she's on her way to Thailand to meet Daryl. See, had R&R there. Yeah, they used to go to Chiang Mai. They like northern Thailand better than southern. I'm just thinking if I put this down.
U is in up. Uladilla. Working on that, my brain. Got 5 minutes.
Okie dokie.
We could all plan a trip to New Zealand. Hang out with Froyle. She would love that.
I don't know. You might want to check in with her. Okay. What do I want here? I think I want my Van Dyke Brown.
Are you dabbing now?
I'm dabbing now.
Boy, you've done it all. She did a flop off, a rub off. Now she's gonna dibby dab it. Eula. Dula. See, sometimes I just need y'all to give me a little. Because I get stuck on something. You notice it's hard to shake it.
My fingers stuck to the stencil.
La.
Ula.
That's what Gray's saying. But then Mo was saying you. So is it you or Emma's getting into it now too. And we got a ooh, la, do, la. She was assuming. She doesn't know. Okay.
Very cool. Love that.
Oh, Julie sent me a voice message.
What did she say?
I can't play it on here, though, because it'll make everything all weird.
What do you mean?
Well, I can't play it, like, during the stream.
Oh.
I'll have to do it afterwards. Ooh, I could do it on my phone, though. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I got more technology. Let's see. Did you say anything else, Julie? Should ask that just in case.
Ah, yes, I love that. All right, we're just going to continue on.
Can I play it out on the thing?
What? I don't know.
Well, I'm not asking you. I'm asking Julie.
Oh.
Oh, she says no. And oh no, maybe no that she didn't. Hold on. Allah Dalla. Did y'all hear that? Here.
Allah Dalla.
Allah Dalla.
Got it.
Allah Dalla. See, sometimes I just need to hear something. And that's Julie. Yay!
She's an Aussie mate.
She is. Really bringing it home with the dabbing at the end. If you want to know what this stencil here is, this is ink splot. It will not come with that little edge that is seen in this. You will have to do that to your own.
Yeah, and let me tell you what, it does take a bit of time. Not just whistling Dixie there.
She's dedicated to the alteration.
You must approach it in a dedicated set of mind. Because you'll get halfway around and you'll say, oh my God, what do I have here?
You're getting kind of blobby there, but I guess it is
I'm just repeating the blobs.
Yeah, it's just she's going from a splot to blob to blob spot. This is operator issue. Just want y'all to know that.
Well, it's really hard because I've got on this. Don't put your dark colors on your.
Yeah, you need the you need the white lid
and I
to put the dark paint on.
Yeah, so
contrast is good.
I can tell, what I'm doing exactly. I like moving this around rather than just leaving the stencil there because I think it's more interesting and it looks more a little more rustic, not quite so.
Hey, we're staying in Texas. We're going to San Antonio. We're gonna endure SeaWorld for 2 days.
I'm so happy I don't have to go.
She was like,
I did a little jig.
Take lots of pictures.
That's what I told him. Take lots of pictures. And I was telling Van about it, and I said, I'm sure they'd let you. You can go. He said, "Oh hell no,
no."
He was not interested in that at all.
The last time I was there was 1988. We figured that out. That was also a little mind blowing.
All right, now once I get a plate open up that I feel like I'm not going to be.
We need to figure out if Josh or Caleb. We need to get you queued up. Whoever's going to be here in town.
Yeah, so they can sit over there and read chat, or they can actually do something. Yeah, kind of like Joshy did.
So we need to figure out who's here, who wants to be here.
Well, you don't even know when you're going to go right now.
No, we got it scheduled. I don't know what the dates. I can't remember what was finalized because we talked about a few different things. But it's in June.
June, okay.
Mid-June, I think. So we got a couple weeks or so. Yeah, and we're only going to be gone for
4 days, 5 days.
No, not even that.
Oh,
I think a total of 3. Maybe 4.
Well, you got about a day's travel time. It's not. It's kind of a.
Remember who's driving. Brad's a get her done. Sometimes it's a little
scares the bejesus out of me. All right, I'm done here. I don't have anything else.
Oh, we're at time. Look at us.
All righty. This will not be yellow anymore.
Oh, and the hold on. Let's see. Allah Dalla is an Aboriginal word meaning safe harbor or place of shelter.
I love it.
I love that. Thank you, Julie Parker, for sharing that with us.
Thank you, Julie Parker.
And that was a great way to, end our whole, thoughts on words. And then here we have Allah Dalla. Allah, and I want to say it like she does it. Allah Dalla.
Allah Dalla. Allah.
Mm-hmm. All right, my arty friends, we shall be back here on Sunday. P's got a project. I love that. So we're going to continue on with that. Who knows when it'll end up being a book. Sometimes she can get these things done like nobody's business. And then sometimes, like we said, it could be 8 hours, 8 days, 8, months.
It just kind of depends.
8 weeks. All the 8s.
There are a lot of mitigating factors.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, till then.
Love ya.
Like a.
Long haul.
Bye, guys.
Bye.